Hi friends, what's popping? Welcome to the second episode of my podcast, Becoming You, where we discuss the complexities of adulthood. My name is Bukola. Today's episode will start with a question. Have you ever felt stuck by a list of goals? You feel overwhelmed, scared, uncertain of where to even start from. Like you don't even know where to start from. Let me know in the comment section. Let me know how you were able to navigate the phase. You might actually be helping a friend. On today's episode, we'll be discussing how we can navigate life a step at a time. Additionally, I'll be looking at how pressure stops us from actually taking things slow. Now let's dive into the conversation of the day. Right before we dive in, let's hear what these amazing people think of the adulthood phase.
Adulthood is responsibility.
Adulthood is complicated.
Adulthood is growth.
Adulthood is maturity.
Adulthood is being independent.
Adulthood is stressful.
Adulthood has been confronting.
Adulthood is draining.
Adulthood is decision making.
Adulthood is resilient.
Adulthood is overwhelming.
Adulthood is fun and adventurous.
Remember, I'm not here to demonize this phase, but to say it as it is. Many of us have this long list of goals, like we have things we aim to achieve within a stipulated time frame. We have our 5 years plan, we have our 10 years plan, 20 years plan, and it goes on. We have bucket lists, and it goes on and on. Having this list is not bad. I mean, it makes us feel purposeful. It makes us feel like we're on a mission to conquer the world and whatnot. The problem actually lies in the rigid, constraining, and sometimes unrealistic time frames, or let me just say deadlines, we tend to attach to our goals. On one hand, deadlines tend to aid accountability, but on the other hand, they tend to put us under this overwhelming pressure, if we're being sincere with ourselves. And speaking of pressure, as adults, I feel we're always constantly under pressure. Self-inflicted pressure from family, from friends, from the society, especially to follow its linear order of things. The pressure is just everywhere. The voices are everywhere and they're screaming in our heads. And giving into those voices, giving into this pressure can actually be unhealthy. As a teen, I had this long list of goals. I had things I wanted to achieve, and my goals were highly influenced by societal order of things. The societal order of things is this linear order of getting a degree, getting a job, getting married, having kids. And mine was actually something like that, and I had to even put age limits to them. My plan was to get into the university at 16, become a graduate at 21, because at the time I wanted to study law, get a job, get married at 25, and start having kids. That was the plan I had in my head. Very sequential, linear, rigid something. Little did I know that life is not this straight one-way road. Journeying in life is actually like you're journeying on this very bumpy zigzag road. You're not just going like this, you're journeying like on a bumpy, sometimes rough, maybe not too rough road, where you just get to go high, you can come low, you can maintain equilibrium. It's just something like that, wavy. The first time this reality hit me was after my secondary school, when I was unable to get into the university. I was devastated. I was demotivated. Name it. I was in a very, very bad space. I kept on crying. I felt really bad about myself, and I kept on comparing myself to my peers that were able to get in at that time. And I remember my parents would always tell me, it's not how fast, it's how well. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything is going to make sense. You don't have to give up. You don't have to compare yourself. Their words encouraged me through that process. But the thing is, I did not internalize those words. Fine, I knew that it's not how fast, it's how well. But I kept on working with my deadlines. I kept on working under so much pressure. I kept on trying to prove a point. I was always working like I was in a race with somebody. It's so funny, yeah? It went on like this, and aside from the first time when I missed my deadline, I began to miss so many deadlines, and I would constantly feel bad, depressed sometimes. I would feel sad. I just always felt so bad about myself, and it was a very, very unhealthy and, let's say, toxic phase of my life, because I couldn't stop comparing myself with others. Like, I'm scrolling through Instagram and I'm trying to compare my life with somebody else's life. It was just like a vicious circle of me constantly trying to catch up with my deadlines, to catch up with my goals, to catch up with my timelines. It was really, really, really bad. I only realized that there was a problem when I was struggling to be happy for others. Like, if you're sharing a good news with me, I'm happy for you, but in my mind, I'm already comparing myself with you. Like, she has it, Why can't I have it? What's she doing differently? What can I do? It was chaotic. It was chaotic. It was bad. It was unhealthy. After I realized that there was a problem I needed to take care of, I felt the need to pipe down, to take things slow. Like, I'm not in a race with anybody. I felt the need to silence the voices in my head, the voices around me that were making me feel pressured, that were making me feel like I needed to rush things through, like I wasn't supposed to live every moment. The pandemic was my moment of reawakening in 2020. It was during this pandemic that I realized that we all had our unique paths. I needed to live every moment. Like, tomorrow is not guaranteed. Man proposes, God disposes, and every moment counts. I had to make good use of them, not to chase after deadlines, but to live for me. I realized the comparison was totally unnecessary, and I needed to let go. I needed to let go totally. That being said, we can see that pressure actually hinders us from enjoying our process. We tend to become impulsive adults. We just want to get things done. Don't care about how we go about it. We just care about the results. We just want to see results. We just want to get things done. And it tends to be very, very harmful to us. And aside from making us impulsive, pressure can make us involuntarily stagnant. We think big. We talk big. We see the big picture. We understand where we're going to, but we're just unable to make any move towards the goal. We're unable to take the baby steps, not because we don't want to take it, but because we're just so pressured that we don't know where to start from. The negative impact of living under pressure, working under pressure, doing life under pressure kind of outweighs its positive impact, especially when we set our deadlines conforming to societal expectation of us. We really need to take it slow. We really need to take it a day at a time, a moment at a time. Also, it's really necessary for us to shut off the voices as we try to figure out our lives at our own pace, not trying to be in a competition with anybody, friends, peers, family. Shutting out this external voices or even internal voices or not giving into pressure is not something that would happen overnight. It's a process. It's a very long process. In fact, I got my reawakening in 2020, but you can still address me as the queen of overthinking. I can worry. I know. I can worry, and I'm still trying. I'm consciously trying to worry less and do more work. I'm learning to become that person that doesn't even worry about the future. I'm learning and practicing the habits of taking it slow, taking it a step at a time. Additionally, I feel we need to constantly remind ourselves that our journey is quite personal and unique. So we're not in a competition with anybody. Your life is all about you. Focus on you. Make decisions for you. Don't try to create your goals because your friends are doing something and you want to do something similar. Pave your own way. It's going to make sense at the end. Our process is just as important as the result, and as such, we have to enjoy it. This episode seems like a whole lot. I don't know. It looks like... Let's take a deep breath. Let me just tell you today, you're doing a very, very good job. You've come a long way. In fact, you're doing a great job. You've come a long way. You need to celebrate yourself more. Give yourself the accolades. You deserve it. Give yourself a pat on the back because you deserve it. Appreciate yourself better. Celebrate every and each of your milestones. No milestone is too small. No accomplishment is too little. Celebrate yourselves. Don't wait for the world to celebrate you. Celebrate yourselves. Adulting is tough already, and we can't afford to be too hard on ourselves. In short, just let's prioritize ourselves. Let's relax the deadlines. Let's do away with the deadlines if possible. And if not, make them as flexible as possible. Understand that life would happen, and you pick up yourself and you move on. Trust God always. Trust God with your process. Trust God with your goals. Trust God with your plans. Everything go rearrange. It go fall in place. See, I'm just feeling motivational quotes flying in the air, up and down. But if we do not motivate ourselves, who will? Nobody. I think that will be all for today's episode. Next episode will be on a lighter note, when we get to engage the age-long debate on the true motivation behind our career choice. Is it passion? Or is it money? I won't tell your employer. Catch you on the next episode. Bye, friends. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for listening. Catch you on the next episode. Do not forget to live every moment and leave no room for regrets. Remember to follow this channel so you get notification whenever I drop a new episode. Thank you. Bye.